60 night spots, most of them strip clubs and pokies venues, have been granted a last-minute reprieve from the state government's 2 a.m. lockout laws, due to start next week. The decision comes as thousands of people gather in the Treasury Gardens to protest against the 3-month trial. Nick Johnston is there. Nick.
Yes, Peter, as we speak, protesters are just about to make their way from here in the Treasury Gardens up to State Parliament to voice their anger about the government's decision to introduce a 2 a.m. lockout at pubs and clubs around Melbourne, due to come into effect from next week. But before that lockout even begins, about 50 or so businesses have won a last-minute reprieve in VCAT this afternoon. Now, after mediation with the Director of Liquor Licensing, they've been given an exemption from the lockout on the basis that they limit the number of patrons entering their venues and they provide increased security. For another 400 or so venues, though, the lockout will still go ahead, hence tonight's protest. And we spoke to one of the protesters, Cameron Hill, as they gathered here tonight, and asked him what sort of impact this lockout would have on Melbourne.
We have a voice. We're not just a bunch of random people that go out every weekend. We are a group of people that have come together to show them that we don't want this to happen. And it's, you know, we've got kids here, we've got families here, we've got teenagers here, everyone's here and come to support this and has supported it since he enforced it.
If you look at the statistics on this, if you look at the number of people, the number of assaults that are occurring, if you look at the number of admissions to hospital emergency departments, it's not a situation which a responsible government could allow to continue.
Premier John Brumby there defending the government's decision to introduce a 2 a.m. lockout. As I said, Pete, the protesters are now just making their way up to State Parliament to continue tonight's demonstration. But as I suspect is the case on most Friday nights with this crowd, the night is still young. From here in the city, it's back to you.